Hello everyone, this is Eldad Amara back with another video. Hope everybody is looking after themselves. Listen, today I went to a shop and there's about 10 people standing in a queue in front of me and I was just observing them. And there's some people that was paying for their goods via their mobile phones, and there's some people paying via a self-checkout service. So when I got called over by the cashier and asked, how do I want to pay it? I said, "Look, listen, I'm paying by cash. I'm paying for these goods by cash." And I made sure everybody in the shop heard what I was saying. I said, I'm paying by cash because, you know what? In the future, if we have a cashless society, you are going to be out of a job. And the girl totally agrees with me. And a guy who stood behind me also said the same thing. I don't like to use the self-checkout service. I won't use my mobile phone to pay for goods. People don't realize that with this cashless society, which a lot of governments around the world are trying to bring in, once that comes in, once this digital ID is fully rolled out, you ain't gonna have no privacy. They'll know every single thing about you, every single thing, everywhere you shop, every good that you buy, where you buy your petrol, when you go on holiday, who your energy suppliers are. They'll know every single thing about your medical records. All of that will all be in one place, all on this digital ID card, and it's most likely to be on your phone. Some people don't see anything wrong with that, but you are going to have your freedom of movement and where you can go and where you can shop and what you can do and what you can spend your money on is going to be limited. I have to be so careful right now what I'm saying on this video, because some of these social media companies, right, they're all in cahoots with some of these so-called elite technocratic governments. You see, I've got to be so careful what I'm saying because my video could get pulled down because of some of the things that I'm saying. Even though we're supposed to be living in a so-called country of free speech, just how much free speech we really have, I think, is being limited more and more each day. And so, as well as your free speech, where you spend your money and what you spend your money on is also being clocked and being watched. So you will have very little freedom of movement soon, let alone what you say and what you have to say on some of these social media channels, because they will censor your video and the algorithms will help to filter and pull down your material. So you got to be so careful about what it is that you're saying, because like me, although I'm trying to make people aware of certain things, there's certain people who don't want this information out there. They want people to be asleep. They want people to have their eyes wide shut. People were starting to go down a cul-de-sac. A cul-de-sac, meaning a road. When you go down that road, there is no turning back. And that is what is happening to us. We're slowly going down this cul-de-sac. And once you go down there, you ain't going to be able to turn around. Just like a car, when you go down a cul-de-sac, there's nowhere for you to be able to turn your car around. Now, if you've got a whole heap of cars backed up behind you, right, how are you going to turn around? We, as a people, are sheeple. We like to follow other people. And it's going to be to your demise. Trust what I'm telling you. Not letting the government be the ones to control us and to tell us what to do. We need to form communities and committees of our own. You see, another thing, as well as rolling out this digital ID cards, they now got CCTV, which can scan you and it's looking at your facial features, looking at your facial recognition, right? Looking at the way that you walk. They can tell from the back or from the front who you are, and they're watching and scanning your face, scanning your eyes, watching your body movement, looking at your gait, that is the way that you walk. Why are they doing all this? Why are they collecting biometric information? We need to wake up, seriously. We are becoming too lazy. You see, with all this technology, it's quite convenient, so it's making us lazy, and we need to kind of snap out of it. Listen, you see some of these traffic lights, you see some of these street lights, you know that they have cameras inside of them, yeah, and they're watching people. I remember going back a few years ago, someone that I know, not a friend, but just someone that I know, I said, listen, I haven't seen you around for a while, how come you haven't been around, what's going on? He said, oh, I was banged up, I was locked up inside. I said, what was that for then? He said, for burglary, him and his friend. They said it was stood one night underneath a street light, and there's having a conversation about how they were going to burgle somebody's house. So they're making their plans right there underneath a street light. When they burgled this house, the police was outside waiting for them. Next thing, they were taken to court, and all this evidence come up. And you know what the thing that put them away? It was the evidence they had from a street camera, which is also recording all the information they were giving out between themselves. And that was the thing that put them away. Yes, you could say that this technology was being used for something good, such as catching some burglars. And technology has been used pretty well in places like schools and hospitals. But at the same time, there are people out there who want to use this technology adversely. And just like you got a gun, and you can use a gun for either good or bad, you can use technology for either good or for bad. And there's some people out there, believe you me, they don't have the best interests for us, humanity. So people, we need to wake up. Too many people have got their eyes wide shut, and soon you will have very little freedom of movement and very little freedom of where you can go, shop, and maybe even people you can see. So trust, we live in a surveillance society, and you don't know half the time what half this information that they're collecting, who it's going to, and what they're using it for. They see us as being useless eaters.